Hello, mic testing. Hello, mic testing. Mic testing. Mic testing. Mic testing. Starting the stream. 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 Mic testing. Mic testing. Random. Random.
So we'll be seeing how we can create a personal assistant with, you know, Whisper Flow, and we're going to be using Python, and we're going to be creating our free, open source, free to use personal assistant, and we are going to be using, a locally deployed AI model, and we're going to do this everything in our computer. There is no requirement for any kind of APIs or tokens or any kind of subscription. So yeah, so to get the base of the project, you can head over to the link which I provided in the description, and I have sort of created the base scaffold of the project, and this contains the base of the assistant, where it contains the core engine, the voice engine, and it also contains certain skills, and we're going to build on top of this. And if you navigate in this link, you will find a readme file which you can go through, and this entire thing is made completely on Python, and I have given step by step on the folder structure and the dependencies you need, and I've also given the steps to start and run this project. So yeah, go ahead, pause this video, and clone my repository. Once you clone my repository, you will be getting a link, and then once you clone it, you will get something like this. I have cloned it already. So yeah, so you'll get something like this, and we're going to open that in Visual Studio Code. Let me open. Yeah, so this is our project file. So once you clone, you can go through the folder structure here. I can explain that to you. So we have a very straightforward folder structure for this project, and so basically what we are going to do is we're going to create a local Jarvis type assistant, where it comes and gives you certain you know Jarvis like features for your computer, and it's got a brain. We're gonna have some skills, and then we are going to invoke it by calling out Jarvis and having a certain wake words and having a personalization. And it's going to have a few skills as well. And for this project, the voice is going to be a little simple and robotic, but as we improve, we could, get better. Just taking a pause. Hello? Wow. Ah, come. So for this, you will be needing obviously Python, and assuming that you already have Python installed. And I would suggest Python 3.12, and that's sort of a standard support. And just gonna list down the versions. It's already there in the dependencies. And then we're gonna be also needing Llama. So we can use Llama 3.1, and it's a a good combination of local file size slash parameters slash some sort of APIs which we could use using this local model. And for this project, I also have a requirements file. So if you go through the requirements file, so we have like our hero of this project, that is faster whisper. So faster whisper is for this audio synthesis, where we're going to have speech to text and text to speech, and pi audio is to sort of emulate audio. And then we're going to be using NVIDIA's Cubeless CO12 and NVIDIA's CODNN Q12. These two libraries are going to be helping us sort of grind through the model. And we're going to use PyTTS SX3 for text to speech. So this is when Jarvis speaks back to you. Then Llama is our brain of this project. And to just give you a high level design, so don't get scared looking at this design. It's just a high level understanding. I'm going to be explaining in detail. So we are going to create a Python based artificial assistant that's going to respond to us, that's going to take orders from us, and that's going to boot along with your computer. And I suggest to have a Windows computer. Just going to add that in the notepad as well, a Windows computer. And it's going to have access to your files of a certain folder, and it's going to be a project manager for you, and it's going to bring you files. It's going to do some sort of assistant like skills. So yeah, we are not going to go with any kind of existing softwares. We are going to build this from scratch. So in that way, I would bring this as a series where we can build together. You can pause anytime during this video and build along with me, and we could build together a personal assistant from scratch. And if you look at this high level architecture, so this Jarvis core engine, and it's based on Python, and it has a voice model that processes our voice. So that's how it understands what we say. And then it has a Llama model that is a brain of the project. So that's a general purpose model that we're going to use, and that model is going to help process whatever we give instruction to this assistant. It's going to be the brain of the it's going to be our Jarvis's brain, and it's going to have hardware that's going to tap into. That's our computer, and its neural cognitive engine is Llama, and especially Llama 3.1. So Llama 3.1 has a good amount of it's a state of the art model, and it has a good amount of parameters. And I think we will go with the 8 billion parameters in the interest of size. We could also use 70 billion parameters depending on our capability. So I have a decent 32 GB system, so I think I'd prefer to use a smaller parameter because I want to save some space. So I have a NVIDIA card as well, so that's going to help me run. So yeah, Llama 3.1 with 8 billion model is going to help us for this experiment. So coming back to the project file, if you go back to the README, this is the folder structure. So I'm going to have a main.py. So I'm already going to be giving you this project free of cost, and you already have the base of this project. You can build on it. The main.py is going to be our top level project file. It's going to combine the brain, the tools, the skills, the engine, the speaking capabilities all together. The config.py is going to store all of our configurations right from the model names, and you're going to see. So it's basically centralizing our configurations. A small test suite, it's just going to run, or we're going to use it to test. And the core folder contains the brain. It's the cognitive router. So we're going to be using Llama 3.1 for this, part of the, brain. And I'm going to explain that to you in soon. The engine is our audio processor. That's how Jarvis talks to us, right? The engine and listener and the speaker. And then we have a core tools folder as well. And I've decoupled this into a separate folder so that we can add more tools. And at the base, I've added one file manager tool where we're going to get Jarvis to bring out our files, Jarvis to open certain projects. The same way how Tony Stark comes and says, Jarvis, fire up so and so project, so something like that. And then we're going to do some sort of skills with the file manager skill, and then I'm going to add more skills. So I'm going to add some audio skills like Jarvis increase the volume, or Jarvis open a certain app, or open certain app, or open a certain action. So we're going to be adding more skills in this course of this project. So yeah, so fire it up. Once you install this repository, let's go to the code now. So yeah, when you go at the main project file, so just a disclaimer, I'm doing this my own design. I know there's an Openclaw. I know there are a lot of industry standards out there, but I'm purely doing this by my own design, and I'm just going brute force and trying to build my own Jarvis. And this may not be the industry standard, but it's consider this like a hackathon or slash learning, and getting your hands dirty with AI. And yeah, with that, let's get started. So don't get confused with all these files. You just got to know a couple of files, and that's important. First is the config.py. So basically it contains a certain configurations, like you see the model that's required, and you see the storage root, you see some sort of prompts, some base prompts, right? So your job is a highly fierce, loyal, and mildly British AI assistant, something like that. So all this is basic configurations for this project. The main.py is sort of the file that brings the brain, the configurations, and the skills all together. So basically, this is how Jarvis continues to listen to us. And we have a wake word. So wake words could be added, could be configured. So I can say Jarvis, hey Jarvis, wake up Jarvis, good morning. And I have sleep words. So this is when I say go to sleep, stand by, mute, good night. So basically, until I say wake word, Jarvis wouldn't respond to me. And until once I say the sleep words or the kill words, Jarvis would just power down. And so once the wake word is up, it's going to initiate, Jarvis, and Jarvis is going to sort of, spin up its brain. So the brain is in the core folder, and then you go to brain.py. So it's a modularized decentralized file, and it's abstracted also, so that, and it has configuration separately, and it's easy to understand. So you don't need to understand everything line by line. This is the base of this project, and once you sort of get some idea, you can build on top. Basically, the brain of the assistant is to use the model that is Llama 3.1, and process whatever we say. and do certain skills. And it can do some tools like open some projects, do some certain skills. And so basically the brain is the llama 3.1 8 billion parameter. I showed you guys that. And using that model, I'm going to be sort of giving it some skills. And if you go to tools, so you see there are some skills, right? So the the first basic skill is the file manager skill. So basically the file manager skill helps us open projects and gives us some idea about what files is in the project. But yeah, we are going to be doing much more than that. This is sort of the basic structure which I've given, and we can build on top. And I also have a system control skill. So this is where it'll help me shut down my computer, restart. So we have these two basic skills, and we're going to be doing skills on top of it. So we're going to be adding two skills, right? So one skill is going to be, we're going to be obviously adding the basic project management skill. Then we're going to be adding some skill where I ask JARVIS to open any app. Then I'm going to be adding, another skill where JARVIS controls the media of my system. And we're going to be abstracting these skills from the base.py. And we're going to be having a schema for each skill. So don't get confused. Schema is nothing but what is that skill? What is the description of that skill, right? And it has a certain parameters, and it has a prompt. So basically, if you want to say read a file, so you need a schema for reading a file so that JARVIS understands that you're asking JARVIS to read a file. So that could be any kind of skill. So we're going to be building our own skill engine. So you don't have to get, worried about the complexity. So you just have to go through the folder structure, which we have in our README. And I think if you have basic hands-on Python, you will understand what we're doing here. So yeah, so once you clone this repository, I would highly suggest you to, run this command. So obviously you have to have Python installed. So step one is clone my repo. I'm going to be adding the repo in the description. Clone my repo. This is the step one. Step two, you're going to be initiating a Python environment. This is important. Step three, you're going to be activating the environment. This is all there in the README. So I've done all these three steps. So I'm not going to do it again. So these are just basic terminal commands which you're going to run, right? So before I go any further, let me just copy the repository link and put it in the chat so that you guys can have a look. Yeah. So I don't know why the stream ended. So I'm back. Yeah. So I don't know why the stream ended. So yeah, have Python installed first, Python 3.12. And then, yeah, once you clone my repository, so I've attached the link. This is the link of my repository. Step two is to sort of go into that folder. So open that Not sure why stream keeps ending. Yeah. So this is the project which you're going to clone. And once you clone the project, open that in VS Code. So you're going to end up like this. And then just open up the terminal. So I have created a project called Project Hail Mary, and then I've co-cloned Jarvis inside that. So once you have done this, go with the README. So what the README says, you gotta initiate a Python environment, right? And once you do that, you will get a folder like this. So this is gonna be the environment for your project. And install the requirements by using this command. So yeah, once you activate your environment, you gotta install the requirements. So yeah, I'm sorry if I'm a little rusty. This is my first time doing a live stream, so yeah, please bear with me. So yeah, so what do? You add the Python environment, you activate it, and then you install the dependencies. These are the basic stuff you got to do. So after this, what's next? So now you can bring in Olama. So go to olama.com first, and you download the Olama's Windows executable and install it. If you don't want to download, you can anytime copy this command and paste it in PowerShell. It won't work in any other terminal. You have to go with PowerShell for this one. You don't want to do any of that. You can just download Olama, and once you have done that, so download Olama. So once you've done that, you gotta pull our brain model of this project, Llama 3.1. Any experts joining the stream? If you have any criticisms, if you have any comments, suggestions, updates, just drop a note in the chat. Yeah, I'm just new to doing tutorials, but yeah, I get better over time. So step 6, after you pull, you have successfully pulled this 8 billion parameter model 3.1. So to pull, you got to use the command I've given in the README. So you're going to do olama run llama 3.1, and that's gonna give you llama into 3.1 into your system, right? So yeah. So once we have the brain ready, we're going to move. So you can use python.main.py to run the project. So let's spin it up. I've already done all these, 5 steps. So that's why I'm not doing it again. But yeah, if you have any doubts, you can always, drop a note. So once you have run this command, so Jarvis is going to come online and it's going to be listening to the wake word. So yeah, so let's keep my voice low and listen to Jarvis. So Jarvis is not, the Jarvis service is live, but Jarvis is not going to do anything to you or speak anything unless we say or wake him up, right? So the wake words is configurable and Jarvis is going to be sleeping by default. So we're going to wake up Jarvis, right? So to wake
Online
up,
and ready, sir.
yeah, I think he woke up. So these are the different wake words for Jarvis. So let's close and do it again.
Manual
Let's close and do it again.
Manual. Let's close and do it again. Manual.
Yeah. So python.main.py is going to boot up. So it's going to boot up the AI engine. We're going to boot up a small whisper flow model into our engine. It's going to help process our audio. And then we're going to lock the microphone so that microphone is going to be used. And then we're going to load the voice module. Then we're going to use the cognitive engine. That's a Llama 3.1. And then it's live. And then let's wake up. Let's wake him up. So let's say, wake up, Jarvis.
online and ready, sir.
Yeah, so Jarvis is awake. So yeah, we are going to be going ahead with a simple robotic audio for now. And the reason behind that is we're going to focus more on functionality. And as we continue the series, we're going to improve Jarvis together. So I will be doing that in the stream as well. So now since Jarvis is awake, let's do some basic skill, right? Hey, Jarvis, how are you? Let me restart Jarvis.
Manual shutdown sequence initiated.
I'm going to be restarting Jarvis in a minute. Yeah. Hey, Jarvis. Hey, Jarvis, wake up.
Online and ready, sir.
How are you? How's your day? So,
Confirmation of file listing successful, sir. 30 items listed within the specified project directory.
so yeah, we're going to be improving Jarvis. It's hallucinating, right? So this is just the base. So we're going to be improving by adding some skills to Jarvis. So yeah, let's say, what's the time, Jarvis?
Current time, sir.
Funny.
Found 32 files in the React project. Would you like to open any of them, sir?
Stand by.